Castle podcast.
Okay, puppy breath cologne. Is it brilliant or bonkers? You sent us the marketing, so let's sniff this one out.
They've certainly piqued our curiosity, haven't they?
That's for sure. So the big question is, genius marketing or total madness?
I mean, it's perfume, right? Usually it's all about luxury, allure, a little mystery. This is something else entirely.
Yeah, you don't see puppy breath next to Chanel No. 5 every day.
Not quite.
And speaking of unusual, their press release, it's like they're avoiding saying who this is even for.
Well, they never explicitly define a target audience. But look at the language they do use. It's all about feeling, not just fragrance. Pure essence of joy. Unconditional love.
It's very clever. Everyone remembers that feeling.
Exactly. They're tapping into something very specific. Comfort, nostalgia, those warm, fuzzy feelings people associate with childhood pets.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to bottle up a warm hug from your favorite furry friend. Although, I'm not sure I'd want to wear that hug as a fragrance.
But that's the brilliance. It's so unexpected, it makes you think twice.
And maybe even buy a bottle just to see what they came up with.
Exactly. It plays on our desire for authenticity in a world of artificiality.
And they're definitely doubling down on the whole authentic angle. They even claim it's long-lasting.
Smart move. Fragrance fading too fast is a universal complaint. Addressing it head-on elevates it from novelty to, hey, this might actually be a good perfume.
Right. And it's subtle, but they also emphasize being cruelty-free.
Very deliberate. Given the name, it's practically a requirement, but it also appeals to a very specific consumer value. Ethical consumption is huge right now.
It's a bold move, trying to make puppy breath, of all things, a desirable fragrance.
Remember that campaign with the polar bear cubs?
Oh, yeah.
Pulled at the heartstrings?
Yeah.
Became a massive success. Emotional marketing, when done right, can be incredibly powerful. And with this, nostalgia, comfort, joy. They're going for those universally appealing emotions.
Okay, so they've laid the groundwork with this press release. But how does puppy breath translate to actual online buzz? For that, we need to look at their TikTok strategy, which I have a feeling is where things get really interesting. So we talked about their press release, but how do you make puppy breaths go viral on TikTok?
It's not just about the product launch, it's bigger than that.
Right, they're trying to make a trend, not just sell perfume.
Exactly.
And the hashtag puppy breath challenge.
That's the key.
This script you sent, it's all about the challenge.
It's very intentional.
Yeah, it feels like a calculated risk.
Oh, it is. But it's also really clever marketing. From a cost perspective, user-generated content is amazing.
Because it's free, basically.
It is, and it feels authentic, relatable. Way more than a traditional ad.
So wait, are we saying irony is the future of advertising? Because I'm not sure I'm ready for a world where spritzing myself with dog breath is trendy.
I don't think it's just about irony, though that's part of it. They're tapping into an experience we can all relate to, having a dog, that feeling, but making it lighthearted fun.
Yeah, you're right. The TikTok script, it's all about that vibe.
Upbeat music, these exaggerated reactions. They even suggest showing everyday activities with a puppy breath twist.
It's made to be shared.
Exactly. And let's talk about their target audience for a second. This is very strategic.
Because they're not marketing to everyone, are they?
Right. Look at the script. They suggest showing off the bottle in every video.
Which, honestly, I can't picture my grandma doing.
Exactly. TikTok's users skew younger. They get this kind of humor, this self-aware, playful thing they're going for.
So is it just a meme then? Like, will people buy this to be in on the joke, get some views, and then forget about it next week?
That's the big question, right? Novelty fades. But if they can actually build a community around this hashtag puppy breath challenge.
You mean convince people smelling like a dog is cool?
I think it's less about the actual scent, more what it represents. The feeling of it. The nostalgia, that lighthearted puppy energy.
Yeah, I get that.
If people feel like they're in on the joke, part of something, that's powerful.
But will it work? I mean, so much depends on if people actually like the smell.
That's the million-dollar question.
They can hype it up all they want, but if it doesn't live up to the name...
We can't answer that from marketing materials alone.
True. This could go either way.
It really could.
So, let's move on to the big question. Will this whole thing actually work? So they're appealing to our emotions, they want to go viral, but will puppy breath really take off? Or will this be another one of those things that just fades away?
It's hard to say for sure. There's a lot to unpack here. For one, scent is so personal, you know.
Totally.
What one person loves, another person might absolutely hate.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I love my dog, but even I have to admit, there are times when that puppy breath is a bit much.
And that's the thing. They can try to control the marketing, but they can't control how people react to the actual scent.
Exactly.
They keep using the word authenticity. But if the fragrance itself doesn't match what people are picturing,
It's a game over.
and let's be honest, novelty fragrances, they have a short shelf life generally.
People get bored. They move on to the next big thing.
It's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, people might buy it for the laugh, for the TikTok trend, but will it actually stick around, become something people wear all the time?
That's the big question.
It is. With a concept like this, they're walking a fine line.
Because that novelty factor, it can help you or hurt you.
Totally. It might drive those initial sales, but it can also work against you in the long run.
So what do you think? Big success or big flop?
I don't know if I'm ready to place any bets just yet. I mean, for this to really work, a lot of things have to go right.
It's a gamble.
The product needs to be good, first of all. Like, actually capture that nostalgia feeling they're going for.
And not smell like a wet dog.
Right, exactly. Which, let's be honest, is a very real possibility.
It really is. But you know, this makes me wonder, what if, regardless of whether this specific fragrance is a hit or miss, what if it starts a trend
A trend of what?
of these unusual fragrances? Like, what if we start seeing perfumes inspired by all sorts of weird childhood memories?
Like what?
I don't know, freshly baked cookies, or a rainy day, the smell of a brand new box of crayons.
Okay, that's a bit out there.
Maybe, but it's interesting to think about, right? Instead of just wearing scents, what if we start wearing memories?
Well, now you've got me thinking.
That's what we're here for.
It would certainly shake things up a bit.
That's for sure. And on that note, we'll leave you to ponder the strange and potentially wonderful future of fragrance. Until next time.